Our class went on this field trip to some historical site, kind of like an old mansion turned museum. It was a 2-hour drive from our school, and honestly, I didn't even want to go, but everyone else was going, and I didn't want to be left out. The place was kind of big, kind of creepy, and way too quiet. It had a bunch of rooms, narrow hallways, and super old furniture. The tour guide split us into smaller groups to explore different sections. I got grouped with 2 classmates I didn't really talk to, but I just followed along. While we were upstairs checking out one of the bedrooms, I realized I left my water bottle in the last room we visited. I told the 2 I'd catch up and walked back alone. When I got there, the room was empty. I grabbed my bottle, and when I turned around to leave, the hallway was pitch black. The lights were off, and it was dead silent. I figured maybe a fuse blew or something, so I just used my phone flashlight and started walking back. But every step I took, I felt like I was being followed. Like, not just a feeling, but actual soft footsteps right behind me, stopping when I stopped. I kept turning around, but no one was there. I finally made it back downstairs, and the lights were on, like nothing happened. My group was there, confused, saying they hadn't seen me at all. I tried to laugh it off, but I felt super weird the rest of the day. The thing is, later when we were about to leave, I heard one of the teachers talking to the staff. They asked why the second floor lights had randomly shut off for a few minutes. The staff just said that floor's not supposed to lose power. I didn't tell anyone what happened. I just sat quiet the whole ride home. I still don't know if someone was messing with me or if I was just paranoid, but that place didn't feel right, and I haven't gone on a school field trip since. For our school field trip, we went to this nature park that had hiking trails and campsites. It was supposed to be a fun outdoor activity, just walking, taking pictures, and hanging out with classmates. Everything was going fine until we got to this trail that went deeper into the woods. It wasn't part of the main route, but a few of us wandered off because we thought it looked cool. There were 6 of us at first. We were messing around, taking photos, not really paying attention to where we were going. After a while, I noticed the trail started to look more and more overgrown, like it hadn't been used in a long time. One of us joked that we were probably lost, but no one really took it seriously. Then we started realizing we didn't know how to get back. We kept walking, hoping to find the main trail again, but it just led us deeper in. That's when we noticed there were only 5 of us now. One guy was gone. We looked around, called his name, but nothing. We thought maybe he was hiding or trying to scare us, but he never popped out. We started panicking a bit, trying to retract our steps, but no signal and no signs. The woods suddenly didn't feel so fun anymore. Everything started looking the same. We kept walking for what felt like hours, until finally we heard voices. It was one of the teachers and a guide calling for us. They were pissed and relieved at the same time. When we got back to the bus, the guy who disappeared was already there, just sitting quietly. He said he never followed us into the woods and thought we were still on the main trail, but I clearly remember him being with us when we left the group. We all did. After that, no one really talked about it. We just went home like nothing happened. But to this day, I still can't figure out how we lost him and how he somehow never followed us. It still creeps me out when I think about it. We had a field trip to this historical fort outside the city. It wasn't the most exciting place, but I was just happy to be out of school for the day. The fort was old, with tunnels and underground rooms they used back then during wars. Our guide was explaining stuff, but me and a couple of classmates got bored and slipped away from the group when no one was looking. We ended up in this long hallway that led to a narrow staircase going down. It wasn't blocked off, so we figured it was fine to explore. The air got colder as we went deeper, and it got darker too. We used our phones for light, just laughing and messing around. There were small rooms on both sides, probably storage or holding cells back then. It felt eerie. It was just too quiet and empty. Then we heard a door slam shut from somewhere above. We all stopped. No one was nearby. We rushed back to the staircase and realized the door at the top had closed and locked. It wasn't one of those you could open from the inside. We started panicking, knocking and yelling, but nothing. Our phones barely had signal, and we didn't know how far we were from the rest of the group. Minutes passed, maybe more than an hour. It started feeling hard to breathe. We sat there in silence, just waiting. At one point, we heard faint footsteps like someone walking slowly through the hallway towards us, but nobody came. That's the part that really messed me up. It didn't sound like any of our classmates. It was just low, steady footsteps, and then nothing. Eventually, someone found us. One of the teachers realized we were missing and told the staff. A maintenance guy unlocked the door and led us out. They acted like it wasn't a big deal, just said we weren't supposed to be there. But none of them explained how the door locked on its own or why we heard someone walking down there. I didn't tell anyone else about that part. I just said we got stuck. After that, I stayed close to the group for the rest of the trip, never wandered off again.